stocks are up for the fourth week in a row this week, perhaps, but the magnitude of those gains here in Europe is falling. 4%, 2%, 1%, possibly sub 1%. Is this rally fading now?
It's losing a bit steam, and in a way it's a positive sign, because if it would continue to power ahead, always on the same topic, meaning liquidity injections by central bank, it would become a bit scary in respect to valuations. It's also an obvious reaction, of course, to the news coming from the Fed that Bernanke last week saying he's worried about excessive risk taking, and now Mr. Williams saying that they start to think about tapering.
And 2 minutes into trading today, and the FTSE Euro First down 0.25%, the DAX down 0.1%, and the FTSE almost flat. So coming off a little bit. As we were talking about the Fed, if the Fed is to taper its QE in the summer, how do you play that?
Well, what's going to happen, of course, is that the bond market volatility will increase, and that bond yields, at least temporarily, will move up until there is more clarity on when they would stop with QE altogether. I would also suspect that equity markets will have a tougher time, because the driving factor of the rally for the past several months will fade away. That means that bond and equity correlations will move positive, whereas typically over the past couple of years they have been negative. That means that bond volatility, equity volatility, the only place to go is to reduce risk. And I think that international investors will, as a consequence, be more inclined to invest in dollar.
Now, so you say buy the dollar. Would you buy the index, or would you buy against any specific currency?
Well, I think the dollar will be supported at the index level. Being a Eurozone-based investor, I would specifically look at euro-dollar, of course. But the dominating thematic that you see across the globe is that any central bank that has possibility to cut rates is doing that. That is also inspired, of course, by a kind of retaliation, if I can say, vis-à-vis Japan. Whereas the US is actually the only economy which is apparently now shifting into higher gears that would justify tapering. So that means it should support the dollar index.